Tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution, and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers taking on the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Chanticleers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, it's tough to play man-to-man on an island out wide. There's so much grass. They can go either way. And, you know, the sideline is usually your friend, so you kind of push him towards the sideline. But great throw to fit that corner route in. Pretty nice coverage, too.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Chanticleer. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And no gold star for making it a trick shot, but he bounced it off the left upright and got the PAT. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Right down the middle. What a snag by the defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 88.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you could see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
James Madison, 0.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Madison, 0.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. A first down for the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Coastal! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Oh, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Got it in the middle. It's Gibbs. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Throws to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll test the right side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the shot that clears will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Coastal Carolina 28, James Madison 0.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Here we go.
He's going to pass. Fires to the right. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes, and for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Off the RPO, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of ball in the air. Intercepted! Bringing it back. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that?
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Running to the left. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The shot that clears decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll operate out of split backs. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
And you knew he...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. With jet sweep pass. Got it inside the 15. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays.
Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Dukes.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And he had to bend that one back in with the help of the right upright, but it counts. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Boise State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game done.
Whips it out in the flat. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Unloads it downfield. Snatches it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And he tacks on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing. Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
This one's complete.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Coastal! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, you're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws it big.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, shot to clear. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
56, James Madison, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Dukes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the ground. He's got it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Handoff from the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he was fortunate not to lose. On that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the shot to clear send out the punt unit. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this 2nd half.
Looking to the big tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the 1st half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the 2nd half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the returner will be brought down. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Might as well give it to him again. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
At the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
Got it.
Now on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They'll leave it with him. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
Moves.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they swarm him under.
I think everybody will look at that play, and you'll probably go, why the heck would you run the football? Well, you run it because it's 2nd forever. Well, now it's just 3rd and ever. At least you limited it to now where it's a situation where you can go get that 3rd down, and it's not so unmanageable that you have to chunk the ball down the field.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On 3rd down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up 4th.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
James Madison, 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. The 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The inside handoff. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
The Dukes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
It'll be a draw. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Coastal Carolina, 59. James Madison, 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Picks up 1. Second down coming up.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Chanticleers are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Leaves it with the running back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Picks up 3. It's third down.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Chanticleers have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, raise a toast to the victor of the great rivalry between Florida and Georgia. Here's a recap of how things played out. Florida managed to avoid being gator bait by scratching and clawing their way to a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go right back to the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
At the 27-yard line. It's third down.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. He's got his man. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
After converting that fourth down with the run, that opens up the playbook here on first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.
Number 19.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach.